Hey, what's up? Kevin Anthony here. Today I'm going to be talking about, are you addicted to this common sex act? This is something you may not think you're addicted to, but maybe you are. But before we do that, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Doing so greatly helps the algorithms. I can tell that a lot of the people who watch my videos are not actually subscribed to the channel. So please, if you're not subscribed and you like this video or other content you've seen, please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps my videos get seen. Okay, so what is this common sex act that you may be addicted to? I'm speaking primarily to men here, and I am talking about being addicted to always having to have an ejaculation. This is something that comes up all the time when I'm working with men. When I'm trying to teach them anything from how to last longer, to how to be a sexual master, to learning tantric exercises, one of the things that I notice is that men struggle with some of these practices because they feel like sex isn't sex unless they've had an ejaculation. And so what I wanted to do with this video is reframe that idea. And hopefully by the time I'm done with this video, you will have a different idea about whether or not you want to ejaculate every single time you experience sex or a sexual act. So the point that I really want to get across is that as a man, although having an ejaculation is an amazing experience and a great feeling, it is not necessarily the biggest, most intense feeling that you could be having. And it's often hard for men to wrap their mind around this idea that if they were to hold off on ejaculating, take their woman through multiple orgasmic cycles where her energy builds and builds and builds, and she has orgasm after orgasm after orgasm, that energy that you're co-creating together and that's building inside of her can actually feel just as, if not more pleasurable than the ejaculation itself. Now, of course, you can choose to ejaculate at some point down the road if you want to. But if you can learn to ride those waves, you can experience a level of pleasure, if you've not done it before, that you probably can't even really imagine exists. Now, I know 100% for sure that this is real and that this works because I do it all the time. If I make love and ejaculate in a relatively short amount of time, what's considered normal for me, which is generally longer than what's considered normal for the average, it's great and I enjoy it. But if I hold that back and I take my woman on a long journey of these waves of multiple orgasmic bliss, it is far, far more stimulating and exciting and pleasurable for me than if I just had the quick ejaculation/orgasm. Now, one of the things that you will likely need to master in order to do this is separating your orgasm from your ejaculation. When you do that, then you can actually have orgasmic waves yourself, not just feeling her orgasmic waves, but having your own orgasmic waves, such that you don't really feel a need to have an ejaculation. And this is kind of something that, again, a lot of guys can't really wrap their minds around. I have had amazing lovemaking sessions where at the end of it, I felt like I had an ejaculation. I was dizzy. If I tried to get up and walk across the room, I'd have to hold on to something because of the euphoric sensation that was generated from that lovemaking. It is truly amazing and powerful, and yet there was no ejaculation. Now, like I said, you can choose to ejaculate if you want to, but the point is it's not necessary. In other words, to have a truly gratifying, fulfilling, and powerful sexual experience doesn't mean it has to end in an ejaculation. And I'll give you a little bonus, guys. When women know that there is no agenda to have to make you ejaculate, whether it's through penetration or oral sex or something else, they will be much more likely to engage with you frequently. So women will often say, well, I know if I get him started, then I'm going to have to finish him, and I don't feel like finishing him right now. Maybe they don't feel like having you ejaculate when they give you oral sex. So they'll just not do it because they know that they're going to have to do that part. Whereas if you take that off the table and say, no, I don't need to always have an ejaculation, then we'll say, oh, well, if I don't need to do that, if I can, just go down on you for a little while, or we can make love for a period of time and not have to, go to that type of completion, they're going to be far more likely to do it more frequently. So that's kind of a little bonus along with this. So ask yourself this question. When you make love or when you are involved in any sex act, do you feel that you absolutely must have an ejaculation? If the answer to that question is yes, then I would say that you are probably addicted to having an ejaculation. And I would suggest that maybe you try not ejaculating sometimes and see how much you can build the sexual energy. See if maybe, just maybe, there are higher levels of ecstasy that you could possibly reach if you were able to control that. So that is my challenge to you. I, of course, know that it's possible because I do it all the time, but I want you to try it for yourself and see how it works out for you. And if you are brave enough, leave me a comment and let me know how it went. And of course, as always, if this is something that you can't seem to figure out how to do on your own, go to kevinandceline.com. The link is in the description. Find out how we can work together so I can help you learn this. You can also go to powerandmastery.com and buy the Sexual Mastery Program, which will also help you learn this. That link is also in the description. All right, there you go. I challenge you to try it out and see what new states, what new heights of ecstasy you can possibly reach.